You wanted it. So why did you push it away? You wanted this. You prayed for it, waited for it, swore you were ready, and then it arrived. The love, the opportunity, the peace you said you were craving. But instead of receiving it, you pushed it away. You ghosted. You shut down. You overthought. You found something wrong. You sabotaged the moment. And now you're left with the question that haunts you. Why do I ruin the good things? You tell yourself, maybe I didn't want it as much as I thought. Maybe it wasn't meant for me. Maybe I'm just scared. But deep down, you know, you do want it. You're just terrified of what it might cost. This is the ache of self-sabotage. It doesn't scream. It whispers. Don't get too close. Don't trust it. Don't relax. Don't mess it up, so mess it up first. You sabotage not because you're broken, but because something inside you believes that safety comes from control. And when things feel too good to be controlled, you panic. Here is what no one sees. Purple circle, you're not careless. Purple circle, you're not reckless. Purple circle, you're trying to protect yourself. From what? From disappointment. From vulnerability. From being truly seen. From losing something that finally mattered. So instead of risking the pain of loss, you pre-cut the thread. Because if it ends on your terms, at least you were in control. At least you didn't hope too much. At least you didn't get blindsided again. Let's say it out loud. You're not ruining good things because you don't deserve them. You're ruining them because a part of you doesn't believe you're safe to receive them. If you've done this, if you've walked away from what you wanted most, you are not alone. You're not a failure. You're a survivor. And your survival brain still thinks it's better to be empty and safe than full and vulnerable. But you don't have to live there anymore. In the next topic, we'll break down exactly why self-sabotage happens, what it protects you from, and how your past has trained your nervous system to fear what you say you want. You don't need to punish yourself. You need to understand yourself. And once you do, you can choose something new. Why you sabotage what you say you want? You don't ruin good things because you want to. You ruin them because something deep inside you believes good things aren't safe. Let's break down exactly why that belief forms, and how it keeps running your life from the background. 1. You've been conditioned to expect disappointment. If every time you got close to something beautiful, it ended in pain, betrayal, or rejection, your nervous system learned, don't trust good things. They never last. So when something good shows up now, your brain sounds the alarm. Even if it's healthy, even if it's real, your system doesn't care about logic. It only knows one thing. Good equals danger. 2. You mistake peace for boredom because you're used to chaos. If your emotional baseline is chaos, trauma, or anxiety, then calm feels unfamiliar, uncomfortable, even boring. You'll find yourself sabotaging peace because it feels too quiet. You can't feel your edges. You don't trust it to stay. So you pick fights, withdraw, create distance, just to feel something. This isn't drama seeking. It's a nervous system regulation, done the hard way. 3. You don't trust yourself to hold something good. If you grew up feeling like you always mess things up, then success feels threatening. Not because you don't want it, but because you're afraid you'll fail to maintain it. You think, what if I ruin it? What if they see the real me? What if I can't handle it? So you sabotage to avoid the shame of not being enough to keep it. This is protection, not destruction. 4. Your worth was tied to struggle. If you were praised for enduring, but not for enjoying, then struggle becomes your identity. Ease feels foreign. Receiving feels wrong. You subconsciously believe, I have to earn everything through pain. So when something comes gently, lovingly, freely, you push it away, because you weren't taught how to receive without proving. 5. Self-sabotage gives you control, and that feels safer than hope. Hope is vulnerable. Hope means risking disappointment. So instead, you control the outcome. You ghost before you're ghosted. You shut down before someone can leave. You ruin the opportunity before you can fail. You think, at least if I ruin it, it's my choice. But in trying to protect your heart, you keep breaking it your way. Light bulb the deeper truth. You're not afraid of love, success, peace, or joy. You're afraid of what might happen after. After you love and lose. After you open and get hurt. After you let go and it disappears. So you tell yourself you're not ready. You tell yourself maybe later. You tell yourself stories that keep you safe, but also small. In the next topic, I'll share the story of a woman who pushed away everything she wanted until one moment forced her to stop running from the love she thought she couldn't handle. Because sabotage isn't the end, it's a symptom, and symptoms can lead us to healing. The day she stopped running from what she wanted. Her name was Anna. She was brilliant, funny, magnetic. People admired her. Men loved her. Opportunities followed her. And every time something good entered her life, she pushed it away. When she met someone kind, she pulled back. When she was offered a better job, she declined. When peace knocked on her door, she slammed it shut. Not because she didn't want those things, but because she didn't know how to receive them. One night, she was sitting on her kitchen floor. Lights off, phone on silent, back against the cold cabinets. Tears she didn't fully understand. Because once again, she had walked away from something beautiful. A man who saw her, truly saw her, and she ghosted him out of nowhere. He had texted, I care about you. You don't have to hide. And her whole body panicked. Too much. Too soon. Too risky. And so, she disappeared. That night on the floor, she whispered, what is wrong with me? But something inside answered, there's nothing wrong. You're just scared to be known. And she wept. Not because she lost him, but because she realized she was the one, blocking the very thing she kept begging for. Anna remembered her childhood. How affection always came with conditions. How love was something she had to earn. How silence kept her safe. How every time she opened up, someone used it against her. So she built walls. Not to keep people out, but to keep herself safe. But over time, those walls became a prison. That night didn't fix everything, but it changed something. For the first time, she didn't justify her fear. She didn't label herself broken. She just told the truth. I want to love and be loved. I just never learned how to feel safe doing it. That honesty cracked her open. She didn't send a grand apology. She didn't beg anyone back. She started smaller. She responded to a message instead of ghosting. She said thank you without deflecting. She let herself sit in joy for more than 5 seconds. And each time, her body shook a little. Because receiving felt risky. But not as risky as continuing to live without it. If you see yourself in Anna, if you keep ruining the things you want most, please know. You're not broken. You're protected. But protection isn't peace. And safety without love is just survival. In the next topic, I'll share tools you can use to stop sabotaging, step by step. So you can finally let in what you spent your whole life believing you had to push away. How to stop sabotaging what you crave most. You don't need to fix everything overnight. You just need to interrupt the cycle. Just once. Then again. Then again. Here's how to start letting in what you keep pushing away. Brain 1. Catch the saboteur voice and name it. There's a voice inside you that speaks when things get too good. It whispers, "This won't last. You're not ready." They'll leave when they see the real you. You're safer alone. Don't argue with it. Don't fight it. Just name it. That's the protector part of me. She means well, but she's not in charge anymore. Naming creates distance. Distance creates power. Power creates choice. Speed balloon 2. Say, "I'm scared and I'm staying." Most people try to erase fear before they move forward. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's movement with fear in your pocket. Next time you wanna run, say, "I'm scared and I'm not leaving. I want to sabotage this, and I'm choosing to stay." This feels unfamiliar, but not unsafe. This rewires the body to tolerate expansion. And that's where healing lies. Writing and 3. Use the what if it works. Flip. Your brain loves worst case scenarios. Balance them. When you catch yourself thinking, "What if I get hurt?" Flip it. "What if this heals something in me? What if I mess this up?" Flip it. "What if I learn something powerful? What if it's too good to be true?" Flip it. "What if I finally get to receive?" Your nervous system won't shift in theory, but it will shift in consistent, opposite action. Woman in lotus position 4. Practice receiving without earning. Start small. Say thank you without explaining or deflecting. Let someone hold the door for you. Accept a compliment and breathe instead of deflect. Allow joy to last longer than you're used to. These are micro moments of safety. Your body will resist. But if you stay with them, your capacity to receive expands. Red Heart 5. Stop apologizing for wanting more. You are allowed to want. Big love. True safety. Ease. Stability. Joy. You don't need to shrink your desires to be realistic. You don't need to sabotage what's good to prove you're grounded. You're not too much. You're not ungrateful. You're not undeserving. You are simply unpracticed in being loved fully. And that can change. If you take even one breath of receiving without defense, one small moment of staying instead of fleeing, you are breaking a cycle older than your memory. And that's the start of something new. In the next topic, I'll guide you through a soft, powerful visualization to help your body feel safe enough to receive what you desire. Without sabotage, without panic, without shame. Because you don't have to protect yourself from the gut anymore. You're allowed to have it. Guided visualization. Letting yourself receive, without fear. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And exhale like you're finally releasing the tension you didn't know you were holding. Now again. Slower, deeper. Let this breath say, "I'm safe now. I don't have to sabotage what I want." Now imagine this. You are standing in front of a door. It's not locked. It's not guarded. But you've never opened it. On the other side is something you've always longed for. Love. Peace. Safety. Joy. Belonging. You feel the old fear rise up. You hear the voice whisper, What if I'm not ready? What if it doesn't last? What if I ruin it? Now take one step closer and whisper back, even if I'm scared. I'm walking in. You turn the handle. The door opens slowly. And inside, it's calm. It's warm. It's quiet. There's no applause. No judgment. Just, welcome. There's a seat waiting for you. Soft light. A hand reaching out. You take it. And in that moment, your body softens. Not because the fear is gone, but because you didn't let it decide. Now place your hand over your chest. Feel your breath. Feel your pulse. Feel the quiet voice rising again. I don't have to run anymore. I can let this in. I am safe to receive. Let those words wash over you like truth you never got to hear as a child. Now say this softly. I am not too much. I don't have to earn love. I can want something and allow it to stay. I don't need to break it before it breaks me. I am allowed to be chosen and choose it back. Breathe. Let the body absorb what the mind used to resist. The next time something good shows up, pause, feel, and instead of shrinking, stay. You don't have to sabotage what you crave. You just need to teach your body that it's safe to have it. If this video helped you breathe, soften, or recognize yourself, please like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe. This is your space to rewrite the pattern, to stop running, to finally receive. You don't have to lose again to feel safe. You can let it stay. And if no one's told you this yet today, you're not too late to have what you want.